Okay guys, here we are again, back to the ball joint. I ran into some problems with micro SD card getting full, batteries dying, got all that stuff sorted out. Now back to the ball joint like I said, and one of the first things probably should do is try to see if the ball joint that we picked up, the new one, is the right one. So what that means, essentially, is that we got to compare them by size and see if they're the same size. They should be, but we got to double check it. So measure the heights. Yeah, they look the same. One is a little more heavy duty than the other one, but they are the same size. So one thing you got to remember when you put these in is that to put the dust boot back on before you put everything back together, because the dust boot's required. Sometimes it's easy to put everything together and realize that you forgot the dust boot. I want to make sure that I don't do that. I've done that before. I don't want to do that again. So what we got to do is we've got to take the ball joint now, and we've got to put it up into the place, up into where it's got to go, which is right there. Now, you got to get it started so it'll stay there on its own. And there's many different ways to do that, but the best way is to tap it in with something. But before I do, one of the things we have to do is give ourselves room. We need to move this out of the way, tie it back with a piece of wire or something so it's not in the way. That gives us room to do what we need to do with the hammer, etc. So I'm going to get a little piece of wire of some sort, and I'm going to tie it into place. Okay guys, it doesn't take anything fancy to hold it out of the way. All I've done is just taken an old welding rod that I had, kick it around, wrapped it in around there a little bit so I had something to anchor to, bought it out, wrapped it right on there, just to kind of hold it back out of the way a little bit. Not a big deal, pretty easy. So the next thing would be to, what I'm going to do is use my rubber hammer mallet to see if I can get this started in the hole where it'll stay. So, bear with me. Okay guys, going to work with the rubber mallet here. I'm not sure if it's got enough weight to it to actually help. We'll try. The fact that we're so close to the floor too doesn't really allow a lot of room to swing any hammers, so I'll give that a go. If that doesn't work, then I'll have to dig out the ball joint installation tool and see if I can make that work. But let's try this first. First thing I gotta do is move the old dirty one out of the way, which I just did because I don't want to get grease all over everything, which is what'll happen if that's left laying close by. So we're gonna put the ball joint into the hole, hold it on the top, see. Now, I think that's gonna do the trick. Do just enough for me to get the ball joint tool on there, and that's about it. Normally what we would do is we would set, maybe I'll try that actually. Take this jack out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this hydraulic jack out of the way, and I'm going to do this the way that I used to do it back when I was working as a mechanic. That was fairly effective. Let's see if we can make that work again. So all we need to do, first off, I won't take that completely out, not yet, I'll leave it there for the moment, but actually no, I will take it out. Set it aside. Now, this is a little bit of work, that's okay. I'm gonna grab another jack stand. Bear with me.